Welcome to the Nightly Rant. I'm Mike.
And I'm Torya.
This is the show where we talk about the awful things that have happened in our day, the awesome things that have happened in our day,
and all the things in between.
Thanks for listening, and we truly hope you enjoy.
Do you miss the glory days of talk radio, where the hosts knew their stuff and were not spreading fake stories? What would it be like if those same hosts could speak their mind and not have to answer to management for it? I have just the thing for you. Spencer Hughes Podcast Adventures is the new show from Spencer Hughes, formerly of Fox News Radio and a host of other places. For as little as $1 a month, you can have access to Spencer again. His insights will make you think, and his humor will make you laugh. This is your chance to help a man build his dream and support his family. Head over to patreon.com/Spencer Hughes today and subscribe to one of the several levels you can choose from. You will not be disappointed in the content you are going to begin receiving. Patreon.com/Spencer Hughes. Adventurous content, the way radio used to be.
So, last time or so, we talked about the Weiner Dude. But what we didn't mention, or maybe we did, I don't remember, is we
got a new one.
New one what?
New one foster dog.
Uh-oh. Explain what this new one is, because he's, I don't know, is it a cow?
It's a cow. I said dog already, you dingus.
Looks like a lion cow.
He does. He should be an 11 or 12 pound dog. And he weighs more like 30 pounds. He very unfortunately has a lion cut. So he has a ball of fur on the end of his tail. And his head looks very large.
But he's so sweet.
But he's okay. He's supposed to have long hair, but they shaped him like a lion. And the best part, drum roll please, everyone, he's albino. So he's
Good
white.
Good old Al.
He's white. He has pink lips and a pink nose, and like super pink around his eyes. And then his eyes are red.
And then his eyes, they're like red, like the devil.
So, essentially, he looks like a demon, and he's really massive and out of shape, and he waddles and he heavy breathes all the time.
So if anybody, seriously now, if anybody has tips for how to take weight off of a dog fast, and I don't mean water weight or anything like that, like actually burn fat off of this dog, exercises that the dog can do, whatever. I don't expect it to be a miracle cure.
Keep in mind, he gets really out of breath real fast.
Exactly. But I don't expect it to be a miracle cure, but I think you need to treat it, like, quite honestly, like those people on the My 600 Pound Life. Maybe less than that. Maybe when they're around 400.
He's a big boy.
That's when you got to be concerned, you know?
Yeah.
You know? And he's in that range as a dog. I would put him in the 400-pound range equivalency for a dog because he's so tiny.
Right. He weighs twice as much as he should.
And that's why I'm saying 400 pounds because You know what? 200 would be on the big end.
Right.
So you're talking double that?
Yeah.
And then he's like double that because he's like on 12 would be like on the bigger end of how big he should be.
I would think so,
So
yeah.
he's double that at least. I think he's more than double that, actually. It's kind of scary.
So.
Poor little guy. But he's super sweet. He's got the greatest personality.
Now that we listed all his bad features, well, except for one, but we'll get to that one last.
He has the greatest personality, okay?
He's so sweet. He loves to cuddle. He loves hugs. He loves to step on all of your sensitive spots with his big fat feet.
And he's so happy to see his people come. And he doesn't like being left with his friend Yogi alone.
So, day one. We leave them both in the dining room with the gates up. What do? They break out and end up over yonder in the house.
Yep.
So we're annoyed. Neither of them did anything bad while they were over yonder in the house. We decide on day 2, alright, he seems okay. Let's just let them roam. We close the bedroom doors. They essentially just got access to the living room as well.
Right.
Okay, we come home, and the plastic we've put up on our front door to prevent Yogi from scratching the paint is destroyed. Just completely destroyed. Like, he ripped it to literal shreds. He ripped it so hard, he ripped the screw out of the door.
Yeah.
And then the metal thing on the bottom of the door, he also ripped 2 screws out of that. They must have been loose, because they went back in pretty easily.
Yeah.
But he ripped them out. Because he was so upset that we'd left him alone.
But he's also a master escape artist, because now, somehow, the demon got out of the crate.
Magic.
Like...
PFM. Like,
for one thing, I don't know. If only one hook was in, he could get out because he could jiggle the other hook. But that's the whole point, is it takes a really long time for that to happen. So you have 2 hooks, he ain't getting out.
Right.
Then we zip-tied to them because he got out. So the next time we zip-tied them, and the little jerk chewed the zip ties off.
Not only did he chew the zip ties off the second door in the crate, we only put them on one door. He chewed them off of that door, and then he chewed the zip tie off of the
tray pad at the bottom.
The tray part, so that the tray is sliding out. Like, soon, dude, you're just going to be in a naked crate.
Yeah, so it was about to happen. So we have to fix that. But
so if you have any suggestions on how to keep the little demon in a normal dog crate, that would also be appreciated.
and like I said, weight loss tips for a dog fast. Send it to info@yogispodcastnetwork.com, or you can go to yogispodcastnetwork.com/feedback. Either one will work.
And there's a third option. You can go on Instagram and find us at yogis_podcast_network and send us a DM.
Yes. So there's a lot of ways to get in touch with us at this show.
I've also posted a picture of Odie on Instagram.
So,
if you're interested.
That's his name. I lovingly call him Al because he's basically albino, and I think it's cute because he's cute. And he kind of looks like an owl. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Every time you say Al, I think of the kind of derpy guy from Home Improvement.
He reminds me of Al Bundy.
Oh. That's not the one I was
He's always getting in trouble, but he means well. All he doesn't have is a wife to make fun of him.
Well, you never know. The other dog might have been a wife.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You're right. Maybe. Huh. Didn't think about that. See? That's one of the things we talked about with Weiner Dude.
Right.
Was how people assume backstory about an animal. Or like even this animal. Remember I was saying to you, people assume, oh, well, because he was with a woman, that's why he likes women. Because he was with a woman. Well, then explain why he likes Mitchell so much. Come on now, explain that. Somewhere in his life, someone reminds him that he was attached to. Mitchell reminds him of that person.
Honestly, I think the lady who had him must have had grandkids.
Yeah. And Mitchell reminds him of one of the grandkids that he was close to. I'm betting.
And in all this, the chubby cat is just really pissed off. Because there's things in her house that she does not appreciate. And she's all butthurt about it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Like, he comes near
and you think, but here's what's funny about it, okay?
She was the imposter before?
She's the immigrant. Okay? She was the immigrant.
If anyone, Olive should be
And we adopted her. And we adopted her into the house. And now that she's adopted into the house, she's frowning upon the other immigrant. Like, come on, you're both immigrants. Knock it off. Parker was already family. Olive was already family. So all we did was bring the family members together. But you are an immigrant. You came from outside of this family. So don't act like that. Act like a part of the family.
Right.
Don't act like you're different and you deserve better, blah, blah, blah. Kick your butt, girl.
Well, the part that made me angry was the fact that she assaulted Yogi.
For no reason. I had a talk with her about that, though, and she said she'll never do that again.
She's been okay since then.
Yeah, I had a chat with her. She said she'll never do it again. So, okay, we mentioned Weiner Dude.
We didn't really, though.
Weiner Dude
has departed.
Yeah, he went to the nice family out there in Santa Clarita.
Yep.
And we are happy to announce that Weiner Dude went home to meet his new brother, who he had already met the week before briefly. Apparently, his brother doesn't really like traveling in the car, so they left him home this time, which is smart, I think.
Yeah.
Because they should meet in a little more neutral territory outside of her house and her car.
Right.
But he gets back, and they played together for a solid 3 hours, and then took the cutest nap where they're laying all over the top of each other. And she sent us pictures. This is how we know this. We did not move in with Weiner Dude and his foster parents. We just got pictures.
Well, they're not his foster parents. They adopted.
Well, yes, they're his real adopted parents. That's right. Exactly.
We were
the foster parents. And, I miss Weiner Dude, and his cuteness. I do.
But I do not miss Gates or pee-pee pads or him biting the shit out of my arm.
Exactly. I'm with you. I'm with you on all 3 points. I do not miss that little sucker chewing on me. I don't miss it. I don't.
This one does not bite. He's very sweet.
He's sweet, but now what's really kind of cute is he wants the cats to play with him now, so he kind of growl woofs at them.
Borks at them.
And it's really cute to see him be so animated.
Well, and it's like, essentially our life has become full of wiener dogs. Because he's part wiener dog.
Yeah.
Weiner Dude was all wiener dog. And then...
By the way, he's wiener dog and chihuahua mix. We call him a Weehuahua.
Weehuahua. He's a Weehuahua.
He is a Weehuahua.
He's not a Chiweenie. Sorry, that's a dumb name.
We didn't like that one, so we called him Weehuahua. And here comes Pretty Girl to say hello to me.
What else did we do that was full of wiener dogs?
So, I forgot about that part. And it was the main thing you wanted to talk about tonight. I'm sorry. I apologize to everyone except you.
For all of you who follow us on Instagram, you already know what we did the other night.
We went to the Wiener Schnitzel Wiener Nationals at Los Alamitos Racetrack.
And it is just the cutest damn thing you ever did see.
Tell them what it is.
They take 8 wiener dogs. Big ears, little legs. They line them up on the racetrack. And then their mama or their papa goes with their favorite toy to the other end and lures the little savages to run.
Yeah.
50% of the time, they either don't run at all or decide to play with each other in the middle of the race.
Right.
And it's so damn cute to watch all these little tiny weenies rocket out of their little starting gate and then go, oh my god, it's playtime! I'm gonna play with everybody! Oh my god!
Yeah, they get so excited.
They're very happy.
And there's only a very select few that kind of put their nose down and run.
Yeah. And my guess is they have a lot of training.
Yeah.
Like, they prepare all year for that.
I was thinking the same thing. It'd have to be. But it's just interesting to me that there is that small handful that put the nose down and they run.
Yeah. So all in all, it's just like the cutest experience ever. And it was like, it's like 3 wiener dog races and then a horse race and then some wiener dog races and then a horse race.
Yeah, so we got to see some horse racing. That was pretty exciting, actually. one of them was like almost a photo finish. Even the dog one was almost a photo finish, remember?
Yeah, one of the dog ones,
They finished like boom at the exact same
And
moment.
it was like the 4th horse race was a photo finish.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's
Yeah.
exciting. And then, what I like about those races is they're not super long, but they're not super short. The horse
Right.
ones, they're like just the right length. You don't have to go a full loop around the track, but pretty close to it.
Right. They started on the other side and they stopped
Yeah.
right in front of us. And, of course, because Los Alamitos Racecourse is wonderful, they treated us to some fabulous seats
That's right.
and some free tickets to the... So we'd like to say thank you publicly to the Los Alamitos Racecourse. We really appreciated the night on you guys.
Yes, we did. The kids enjoyed it. The kids had fun.
Our friend Tina had
Tina
fun.
had fun. So, yeah.
You remember Tina.
Yeah,
everybody.
Tina was on one of the episodes early on.
Yeah, we've had 3 guests. Tina, Gina, and Abe.
Yeah.
Which one of those things is not like the other?
Yeah. Well, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, but it's always a lot of fun. This is the 3rd year in a row we've gone.
Yes, the first year we went and we sat in general admission, which was ultra cute, but not great because it was hot and there was people and the people were rude. And then last year, because we'd already met Frank from the racetrack, he was so nice. He was like, well, you guys want to come to the Wiener Dog races? Because you had mentioned to him how much I loved them.
Yeah.
And he got us a table last year, too.
Yeah.
It's just lovely. They're extremely nice people, and I appreciate their existence.
Well, what it reminds me, really does, it reminds me of like when you watch a TV show or a movie where like the rancher who has a lot of money because he's got this huge ranch and he's got all this livestock that he sells, and then he has an agricultural area where he sells, corn and whatever else, and he's just got a full-blown operation going, right?
Okay.
But he's super rich. But he started out as just a cowboy, in some boots and some torn up old jeans. So he's still that guy, but he's got money. Fortunately, and I do stress fortunately, you find people like that every so often that they didn't let the money go to their head and make them think they're better than you because they have more than you. That doesn't make someone better than you, ever.
Right.
Like we talked about that one episode about the the La Palma city council meeting, and the lady trying to say, well, are you how much, are you an owner or a renter? Well,
why does it matter?
Who cares?
Exactly.
It doesn't change the validity of my opinion versus the validity of your opinion. It doesn't change how much of a vote I get. It's the same.
You're even still affected by property values.
Right.
Like, come on now.
So it's just
People are
really,
idiots.
it's really dumb to hear that kind of argument, used against people. It's just dumb. It's just really, really dumb.
But we digress.
Well, we do. Because, what I like is that they're just kind people,
Yes.
There's so much that they could have done with the property that they have, just as it was. But they knew that was a path towards some really uncomfortable things and much, 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 much less revenue.
Right.
And so they went down a different path to try to fix that problem again and again.
But yeah. The Wiener Dog races are awesome. That's the moral of the story. If you ever get an opportunity to go, pay the $3 and go.
But you're missing one important point about the Wiener Dog races.
Go
you sit
weenies.
there.
Go weenies.
That
go
too.
weenies. Go weenies.
Oh, and then there's your mating call, but we'll get to that later.
We don't talk about that anymore.
Anyway, no, we're sitting there at our table, number 36.
It was 36.
And at table number 35 is what? A black and red Wiener Dog. Remember?
Yes.
Wiener Dog? What was the Wiener Dog's name?
Bella Scoopski?
Scoopski. She was adorable. And she was so nice and sweet and let kids touch her. And she did not growl and try to bite them. She was a good girl.
She was super chill.
And she went out and she won her heat.
She did. And then she didn't win the final, but she won her heat. She didn't
win the final, but she won her heat by a long shot. And she came back to the table and she was still super sweet and chill. She was such a good dog.
She was a good dog.
Reminds me of how Yogi would probably be if he did stuff like that. Because, you know, the more he'd be in public, the more comfortable the dude gets.
Right.
I remember when I first used to walk him here, he hated going through the building. I always had to, if I took him to Pepper Tree, I had to go out the front, to the right, and around.
He wasn't like that by the time I moved here.
Nope.
You beat that out of him pretty quick.
Yeah, because I just, every so often, I'd take him a little further. A little further. And then pretty soon I was doing what we do now, walking through and going out the backside.
He likes to say hello to people now, so
yeah.
He's cute.
He likes to roam around by himself.
Yeah, we have one of those obnoxious off-leash dogs.
Where he's basically under control, but he resorts to his own devices at times and decides who he's going to sniff. Like, he'll walk where I want him to walk, but instead of walking at a nice casual pace, he'll step it up a little because there's the dude walking in front of him with a bag from like KFC. And so he's got to like sniff the KFC and the guy's heels at the same time. And just to trip the guy out and me.
People give me really funny looks when I walk them both because I let Yogi do his normal roaming thing and then have this dingus on a leash because we don't trust him yet.
Yeah. It'll be a long time before we will, too.
I don't think we'll ever will. He's not our dog.
Yeah, he's so... he's cute. But he's got some issues we're going to work on with him. Like the weight. We're taking the weight off. And we're going to train him a little bit so he's not so...
We'll slowly work on some of his behavior issues. And we'll teach him how to sit.
I mean, poor dude, he was with we didn't even tell his story. You know, he was,
well, I guess you should
he was with a 95-year-old woman who has to move to assisted care. And she had two doggies. One is this guy, and he's 6 years old. And one is another one, who was a poodle of some sort, who was 15 years old. So, she's only allowed to have one dog in assisted living. And so, she did what she had to do. And she gave up the younger of the two animals because she figured he'd have a better chance of getting adopted. Now, first of all, I'm shocked there was no family member that would step up and be like, especially if you're right and she had grandkids.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I feel
no
bad
one
for
stepped
him.
up.
Maybe nobody could, though. Maybe they live in no pet
But
buildings.
you never know. Exactly. You never know. Who knows what their circumstances are. I'm just surprised that not a single one of them was able to. But okay. So here he comes, and you could tell the first couple of days he's fully expecting to leave and go back.
Right.
And now he seems kind of resigned to the fact that I live here now. I'm not going anywhere.
I mean,
These
he's
people
still a
are
little
okay.
bit sad, but he's getting better.
Yeah, he's like, these people are okay. I can tolerate them. But as he does that, his little personality comes out, which makes him a little bit of a...
Demon.
You know.
We're not used to him. Yogi's so good all the time.
Yeah, Yogi's so well behaved and, you know, doesn't destroy things. And like, that's the funny part, is he'll tear that plastic, but then once it's torn, he doesn't scratch the hell out of the door or anything like that. Which makes me feel like that's what happens is he goes and he scratches at the door, and he's a little tiny bit taller than Yogi when he lifts himself up. And he's probably catching his hand on the plastic on the top and shredding it straight downward.
He means to destroy it, and you think if it was taller, he wouldn't destroy it.
Right. I think what's happening is he's stretching out and he's scratching at the door just like Yogi does, but the difference is he can reach over the top of that. So maybe I have to make it taller.
Maybe, that's a thought.
So we'll figure that out, but I don't know. I still wonder sometimes about just buying a piece of plywood, like really thin plywood. But I think it would change the weight of the door so much that it would probably damage the door jamb.
I think thin plexiglass is our best
It's
option.
the only way, yeah.
Anyway.
So
There's a lot of dogs in our world right now.
Yogi's crashed. Odie, aka Al, is crashed. Oh, he's waking up.
You said his name.
He said, "You said my name, bro. What's up?" That's what Yodi says. Odie. We call them Yogi, and Odie. And he's coming to cuddle. So, I guess that's all.
That's all. Good night, everyone.
Hasta la bye-bye.
Hi everyone, this is Mike, and I truly hope you enjoyed this show. You're able to subscribe to this show on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher so as to never miss an episode. If by chance you did miss an episode here or there, you can catch up on all shows, past and present, by heading over to yogispodcastnetwork.com/TNR show. Thanks for listening.